And let's do the grand reveal. Show me your new split level, and then we'll have a look at your kick.
What's up guys, it's Jeff Chan from MMA Shredded, and for the last 2 years I've been stretching every day consistently, and although I've been seeing progress, I feel like I've hit a plateau. And my uneducated logic is that I never really stretched as a kid, whereas I have friends who did Taekwondo or karate when they're younger. Years after they don't train, they can stretch further down than I can. So here I am with Ben. He is an integrated fitness professional here at Gracie Baja, and he's gonna be giving me some tips on how I can improve my flexibility.
So I noticed last while, first of all, I'm a big fan of Jeff's. I've been following MMA Shredder for a while, and I get the opportunity to train with me at the gym. I even hired him as my coach, and I noticed he always had this really consistent stretching routine. Every single time he was in here before clients or before training, he's working on his splits. And so I started this conversation with him and said, hey, maybe I could help him out, because he's using kind of old school principles, our traditional, what's called passive range or static stretch principles. And I thought maybe I could show him a couple things to improve his stretches, and the principles might apply to you too, so I want to share these ideas with you as well.
Before we get started, this video is sponsored by Omaze. Omaze gives away awesome prizes and experiences while donating to charities all around the world. So here's your chance to win a Ford F-150 Raptor. This vehicle is fitted with the Raptor 37 Performance Package, making this tough truck even tougher. It's got a state-of-the-art interior and spacious 4 for cabin, meaning you can bring your whole crew and training gear. This gray beauty with a dark blue interior has a 3.5 liter V6 EcoBoost engine that can go from 0 to 60 in 5.1 seconds while towing more than 8,000 pounds. Now, your sport can help provide educational scholarships to the spouses and children of America's fallen or disabled services members through the Folds of Honor Foundation. Proceeds will support Folds of Honor Foundation, founded in 2007 by Lieutenant Colonel Dan Rooney. This foundation has already awarded over 35,000 scholarships. As the organization says, honor their sacrifice, educate their legacy. Now for your chance to win this Ford F-150 and support a great cause, go to omaze.com/MMA Shredded Jeff.
So I talked to Jeff and noticed he'd been doing the stretching routine all the time, and I was curious, why do you have such a dedicated approach to that, the lateral split that you're always working on?
Number one, land high kicks.
Well, you want to kick the head.
Yes.
Pretty sweet, right? So,
To be more specific, I can throw the high kick up there, but I can't hold the leg up there karate style.
and so you figured the logic was, hey, if I stretch and stretch and stretch, it's going to be easier for me to get the leg up.
Exactly.
Right. So we use these kind of concepts like what we call static stretching a lot, and what I want to convey to you and what I talked to a little bit about Jeff was the difference between an active range and a passive range. So a passive range is a range you kind of can force yourself into, usually using a prop like the floor or an object, a stretching strap, things like that. We see that in yoga and kind of old school stretching techniques. Active range means that you can flex in that range under your own power, right? So what I want to get a look at for the camera maybe is let's have a look at what your high kicks look like right now, and then we'll look at your split as well.
Sure.
Good, good, good. Nice, so you can see he can get the leg up there pretty good, right? But Jeff wants to have that control, it sounds like.
Yeah.
So I think I can show Jeff a couple tricks right now and open his range up a lot. So let's take a look at these splits. So this is a stretching routine Jeff's been working on a lot. So you can see the guy's pretty good at this. So we would call this a passive range because without the floor here, you probably wouldn't be able to achieve this shape. First thing we want to do is we want to use a principle called proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. Doesn't really matter. The idea is that we're going to flex into the position. So I'm going to have Jeff try and squeeze his feet together. He's going to squeeze his adductors, his inner thigh. He's going to squeeze his ass for about 5 seconds at a time. So we're going to go 3, 2, 1. When he releases, Jeff, tell me if you can gain just a tiny bit of range. Okay? Let's hit that again.
Oh, wow, instantly.
Big contraction again. 5, 4, and the harder he squeezes, the better. 2, 1. So he's noticing more range, and basically what we're telling the joint here, the muscles attached to his hip joint, we're saying, hey, if I can contract, I'm still safe, right? And that's the difference between an active range and a passive range.
I actually instantly feel better. I think I just moved an inch instantly. I feel like after squeezing it just warmed my butt up.
Yeah.
And just something released.
And that's really the difference between flexibility and mobility. Flexibility might be the ability to force your way into a position. Mobility is the ability to put yourself there under your own strength or power. Your right leg out to the side. And I want you to keep your elbows as straight as you can. Lift this leg up as high as you can get it. So this is his ability to abduct. So this is basically he's recreating the high kick from another position, right? So that's about your max range right there. So give it a break. Okay, we're gonna do something called an end range contraction. So give me that leg again. Your job is to push up into my hand as hard as you can. Push 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Okay, see if you can lift your leg higher.
Oh, wow.
Cool, right? Ready? Push up at the end of the range. Push up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try and lift your leg higher.
Oh.
It's pretty
Cool,
crazy.
right?
Yeah.
Cool, right? And push up last time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up higher.
Oh, wow.
So what we did was rather than stretching into the range, we showed his hip that he can actually be stronger there. So by contracting at the end of his range of motion, we created more tension, more integrity. Joints have an amazing ability to move, but their priority is to be safe and to be stable. So sometimes contracting, creating strength, is the difference maker between improving and non-improving. So 2 years of static stretching made some progress, but you can see just in a couple reps, if we spend a half an hour, 45 minutes on this, we might see dramatic changes. So my argument to you, Jeff, is if you use some of these specific strengths along with your traditional stretching, I think you're gonna see a dramatic change in your kick.
And I believe it right away.
Cool. So we've already showed a couple ideas. We showed kind of the progressive angle, that idea of squeezing the muscle you want to lengthen. We showed the idea of contracting the muscle that you want to strengthen. Now we're going to put those things together in a dynamic environment. Let's get you nice and low on the left side. Okay. I want you to get as far to the left as you can with your left knee, and then you're going to stay low as you transition to the right side, and then get as far to the right with your right knee. Okay. Back and forth, let's do about a dozen. So what Jeff is doing basically, again, is this idea of his owning the position or owning the movement. Rather than just passively stretching, which is one way, but that traditional old-fashioned passive stretching along with some of these active techniques you saw in the previous videos can make a dramatic impact on the spot, right? So some of these techniques right before a training session, right before a fight, instead of needing 2 years or 3 years or 5 years to gain range, you can do that in 5 or 10 minutes and then take that new range, that's controlled range, right to your sparring session, right to your workout, right to your fight, whatever it is. How's that feeling?
That feels good.
Okay, step out of there. Let's do the grand reveal. Show me your new split level. Now, Jeff, you tell me,
I'm lower already.
do you feel lower than you started?
Yes.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm already lower.
so visually to me, it looks significantly lower.
Yeah.
And then stand up and tell me how your kick feels. Ooh, what do you think?
Feels way better.
Cool. We'll take it.